Welcome back. You're tuned in to Bazaar Morning Call. Well, let's get straight to a sector that's going to be in focus, the rice sector. This after US President Donald Trump has said that any country that does business with Iran will be subject to a tariff of 25% on any business conducted with the United States. Mr. Akshay Gupta, the business head bulk exports at KRBL, joins us on the show. Hi, Akshay. Good morning. Thanks a lot for joining in and answering our call. Well, the street will be waiting some clarity on this front. So tell us, Middle East constitutes a large proportion of your export business. Can you quantify your exports to Iran currently? And I believe it's been coming down over the years. So at its peak, what was it?
So at one point when we were taking LCs from Iran and the trade was completely open, we used to do about 250,000 tons of business only to Iran market, which translated to about $100 million at that point in time, which was about 2018 is what I'm talking about. But business since then, sanctions have, been imposed and business has been constrained more and more over the years. So today, our total exposure from KRBL's point of view is about $8 to $10 million, which we manage on a day-to-day basis because of the restricted markets. But we are industry-wise, Iran is a major market for the basmati rice industry. Okay. Total exports annually would be about close to 1 million tons a year. And so that's as an industry point of view, it's a big market.
All right. Akshay, just to reiterate those numbers, as of now, the business that you're doing with Iran is just $8 to $10 million. Is that correct? That would be ballpark close to around...
exposure.
Current exposure. And at its peak, it was 10 times that. Got that. Just a quick question. Some of these exports, I think the payments come with a lag of close to around 60 days or maybe 90 days. Would there be a risk to some of those payments? Because now they have already delivered the products, but payments are due. Do you see any kind of risk or is it secured?
No. So Iran business is mostly be routed through UAE. There are companies, Iranian importers have companies in UAE from which they do the transactions. But although that is there, we were doing business via the route of UAE, but the internal protests in Iran and the condition has, troubled the entire payment system. So yes, it is a point of worry for the entire industry. And the sanctions from the US, the 25% tariff from the US is just another, layer on top of the uncertainty. But what was happening in Iran itself was a point of concern for the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Akshay, we'll invite you for a longer discussion, but this is very useful. Let me get an industry view as well. Dave Garg is Vice President in Indian Rice Exporters Federation. Dave, good to have you with us here. Good morning. What's the industry exports of basmati rice to Iran?
Iran is one of the most important markets for Indian exports. Currently, for the last many years, Iran has been the second largest market for Indian rice. And Iran is importing more than 99% of all exports to Iran are of basmati rice. If we talk in terms of numbers, from April till November this year, we have exported goods worth 470 million USD to Iran. That is around 6 lakh metric tons. And if we look at the figures for last year, it was 8,55,000 metric tons, and the total export volume was 880 million USD. So Iran is one of the largest markets for Indian exports. And since this news has come in, we have seen a drastic fall in basmati rice prices in the domestic market. If we talk in terms of numbers, last week, 1121 Sela, which is the parboiled rice or basmati rice, which is mainly exported to Iran, the price was around 80 rupees per kg. Since this news has come in and there has been a panic or stress in the market, the prices have fallen by 5 rupees per kg, and today that commodity is trading at 75 rupees. If we talk in terms of the payments that are stuck in Iran, so it has been reported that more than 2,000 crores worth of payments are there in Iran which have not been emitted back. Because if we see that this protest or this disturbance is mainly based in the central bazaars of Iran, so from where most of the commerce is done. So because of this, many importers have reported their inability to remit back the payment, citing fall in the currency.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, so it's a very important export destination for Indian basmati rice. $470 million is the number you gave us, which is between April and November. They will have you back later, a little later, and have more questions. But for now, thank you very much for joining us.